Well, sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction. This is going to be hard for many of you to believe, but the transformation of Alan Dershowitz seems almost complete. He is now representing MyPillow CEO and founder Mike Lindell. Now, when I say transformation, in the interview we're going to look at shortly, Dershowitz says he's still a liberal Democrat who voted for Biden, but that he's getting involved in these cases because of the principles, the legal principles, etc. It is a cartoonish mess that Pillow is, and then you add Dershowitz to it, and it is just some kind of very strange salad of some kind. I don't even know what words to apply to it. Here is Dershowitz saying he is going to ask for a special master for the Pillow cell phone. It's every single one of these things couldn't be a bigger joke. Remember that Mike Pillow's phone was seized by the FBI at a Hardee's drive-thru not long ago. And here is Pillow interviewing his new lawyer, Alan Dershowitz.
Issue the subpoena for the telephone so that they could get and search the telephone completely. And what we're seeking is what President Trump got in the Mar-a-Lago case, the appointment of a special investigator to look into this, or return of the cell phone, because the search was a general search, the kind of general search that the framers of our Constitution wanted to specifically outlaw in the Fourth Amendment.
Now, Dershowitz is a lawyer, and so are Trump's lawyers, Alina Habba and Christina Bobb and all those people. They made the same argument after the search warrant was executed at Mar-a-Lago. They said this was a fishing expedition. It was general. They sort of took everything. There was no discretion. This is unconstitutional. And then, of course, it didn't actually turn out that any judge or court agreed with them. Here is an interview on the Law and Crime Network wherein Alan Dershowitz explains, why are you working for Mike Pillow? Now, the answer might be because Mike Pillow has a lot of money. That might be the real answer. I don't know, but take a listen to some of this.
Well, thank you. First of all, let me tell you why I'm representing Mike Lindell. I agree with him about very little. I think the election was fair. I think he's wrong in challenging the election. We're on completely different sides. I'm a liberal Democrat. I voted for Biden. He's a conservative Republican. I think it's critically important for people on my side of the political fence, people who are Biden supporters, supporters of the election, to hold the Justice Department accountable for trying to target our political enemies. I think the criticism should come from within our party, not only outside the party. So I'm very anxious to defend the Constitution on behalf of Mike Lindell. The search itself was clearly a general search.
Okay, and then he makes the same point we heard him make in the earlier segment. Now, listen, here's the story with this. How can I say this? The fact that it took this long for there to be any action, given Trump's consistent wrongdoing year after year after year, tells us that if there were really any biased interest in how this went down, it's that the FBI and DOJ were too reluctant to get involved in going after Trump. So what Pillow and Trump and Dershowitz want us to believe is the fact that these things happened at all, that there was the raid on Mar-a-Lago, that there was the seizure of Pillow's cell phone. The fact that these things happened at all is indicative of political bias and attempts at political retribution. There has been so much wrongdoing that the way I see it is the fact that it took this long suggests they were really reluctant and they wanted to be really careful and really sure. And of course, all the evidence we have points that way. When you look at the search warrant for Mar-a-Lago, when you look at the fact that the attorney general signed off, the FBI director signed off, a judge signed off, everything was made just so. And it didn't really matter to the Trumpists because they still said it was illegal, it's a political witch hunt, all these different things. They'll say that either way. But so far, no court has found that any of those arguments have merit. My expectation is that courts will similarly find that Dershowitz's arguments about the Pillow phone seizure pillow, phone, seizure. Those are the terms we're using. Will also be without merit. That's my expectation. We will watch and we will see. One of our sponsors is Little Spoon, your one-stop shop for healthy, easy meals and snacks for your baby, toddler, or big kid, delivered right to your door. With fresh, organic baby food for every stage, toddler and kids meals that even the picky eaters will love, and the new line of healthy smoothies, Little Spoon has you covered. Little Spoon makes everything fresh. It's just like homemade. It's ready in mere moments. All of the recipes are delicious. They're nutritionally balanced and free of junk. Little Spoon's baby food is 100% organic and cold pressed for every eating stage. For toddlers and kids, Little Spoon has the classics, mac and cheese, but they'll sneak things in like butternut squash and carrots. They have more adventurous meals, cheesy pupusas or chicken pot stickers. They're all kid approved, packed with nutrients, and Little Spoon's organic smoothies are perfect when you need something quick and easy. And the best part is kids' meals under $6 and baby food and smoothies under $3 each. Plus, you'll get 50% off your first order when you go to littlespoon.com and use the coupon code PACMAN50. The link is down below.